School was starting to appear more like a battlefield than school. Zim tried his best to avoid the students, but it seemed as if they were hunting him. Lunch had to have been the worst by a long shot. All of them, every single one, was looking at him, almost as if they knew all his secrets. He tried to sit down and pick at his lunch, like he usually did, but they wouldn't let up. Suddenly, Torquil, Tor- Torquil picked, picked him up and shoved him to the ground. "What do you think you were doing, child?" Zim shouted. Torquil said nothing. He only smiled and began dragging Zim into the boys' bathroom, where a few of Torquil's friends were waiting. Now, I don't know if that's how you say his name, but that's how I'm gonna pronounce it. It didn't take long for him to realize that they were about to do. Zim panicked and tried desperately to fight back, only for his attempts to be thwarted. Thwart. Oh my god, I can't pronounce that word. Thwarted. But grabbed his head and slammed it into the toilet. Then flushed the pain. Then flushed. The pain itself was unimaginable, but the movement was like razor blades on his skin. He finally managed to get out of their grip and fell back. He could barely breathe. He curled up in the corner of the bathroom while the other boys laughed at him. "What's the matter, druggie? Gonna cry?" He and his friends shared a few laughs before getting bored and started to walk away. "Wait," one stopped. "Forgot something." He walked back inside and took something from behind the stall. It was a bucket. He splashed its contents on Zim. It was milk. Zim could feel his skin sizzle, and almighty Tallis did it hurt. He curled up in a tight ball and whimpered. The boys left the sniveling mess that was Zim in there. And a few minutes later, Zim felt a hand on his shoulder, and gently yet shrill voice speak. "Hey, buddy, you okay?" Zim looked up and saw big green eyes staring at him, attached to the overly obsessed human labeled Keith. It seems to me you had a run in with Tokido. Don't worry, he picks on me all the time. Don't let it get to you." Sim wanted to shove him off, but the more he wanted to tell this human to repent and leave him be, the more he leaned into his touch. Keith smiled sweetly at him. "I heard the rumors about you," Sim froze. "Don't worry, buddy. I don't believe them. Here, let me help you." Keith stood and grabbed some paper towels and brought them back to Zim and started to dry him off. Normally, Zim would have shoved the human away, but the dry towels seemed to absorb the horrible earth fluid from his body. That really didn't have a choice. They were saying it was Keith. Once Zim was dry, Keith helped him up. "You feeling better, buddy? Let me help you stand." Keith grabbed Zim's arm and slung it over his shoulder, and Zim could lean on him. Now again, normally Zim would have revolted and ran out of the room, but he felt so unbelievably weird today. "Let me take you outside, away from the other kids." Zim only nodded. When they got outside, Dib seemed to be waiting for them, a dirty smirk on his face. "Well, look who it is. Zim and Keith. Whatever. Seems like you had a run-in with Taquito. What's the matter?" "Zim can't handle a little bullying," Dib laughed. Zim wanted to say something back, but Keith spoke for him. "Up yours, Dib. Leave Zim alone." "Wow, where's that coming from? Haven't you heard the rumors?" "Yeah, rumors you started." "I don't know what you're talking about." "Oh, come on, Dib. Everyone knows you're a compulsive liar." "I am not." "Really? You lie about Zim every day, saying he's an alien from space." "Of course that didn't work on everyone. Just played you off like some stupid kid. But now that what you're saying sounds more believable, people are actually taking it seriously. Your endless need for attention got poor Zim here, a spot on the school's victim list. Keith shouted angrily. Now leave Zim alone. Ever since he came to our school, you've done nothing but lie and hurt him. Just go away. Haven't you done enough? And with that, Keith left Zim helping him walk until they got outside, where Keith sat Zim down on a bench. You alright there, buddy? I'll survive. Sorry you had to see me go off back there. I just couldn't stand by and let that big-headed meanie make fun of you. Uh, yes, good job, soldier. Zim sighed as he stared into his lap. Am I really on the school's victim list? Yeah, I saw it on the school's webpage this morning. I wanted to help, but I couldn't find you. Zim only frowned about the list a few months ago. It was a list that let all the bullies know who was the trendy target. Unsurprisingly, the school didn't care, so it was posted on the official webpage. Zim knew that Dib had been on the list for a very long time, but now that he was on it, things could get complicated. Zim placed his hand on his face. Don't worry, Zim. I'll help. I'll help you. And how would you do that? You already told me Keto bullies you too. Right, but there's two of us. At least we'll have a fighting chance. Zim thought about it for a moment. On one hand, Keith was right. Safety in numbers would be a good idea. Not to mention, Keith seems pretty good at fending the Dib off. But on the other, that'd mean he'll have to spend every hour of every day at school with Keith right next to him. I'd be It'll be like having a security camera near you all the time. But maybe if Zim chooses his words correctly, he can make sure Keith didn't say a word. Zim could help but giggle at his ingenious plan. All right, Keith, I accept. Zim stretched out his hand. Yay! Keith took Zim's hand and hugged him. Zim promptly pushed him off. Don't touch me.